Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome back to another day of praying through the darkness. So I have a question for you. No matter what it is that you like to do, to cook, to paint, crochet or knit, to work with wood, to sew, no matter what your favorite thing is to do to create something, do you try to make it perfect? I mean, no flaws whatsoever. Well, it's human nature to be that way, isn't it? When we produce something, we want it to be perfect. No matter what it is, we want the crust on that bread to be the perfect golden brown. Same way when you're making a pie, you want that crust to just be so flaky and just, and the smells. You want people to know exactly what it is that's coming out of the oven. Or when you are, say, sewing a dress or a shirt, you want it to have that perfect fit so nobody can tell that it was homemade. Well, God is the only one in the world who can make things perfect. He truly is. But if you go out and look at nature, folks, not every petal on a flower is perfect. Not every leaf on the branch of a tree is shaped exactly the same. There are minor adjustments here, there, and yonder. There are different tints to the petal of a rose. They may all look the same, but I guarantee you, if you were to pull them apart and put them under a microscope, no two petals would be exactly the same. The only way that happens is when man has intervened and made it so by all of the cuttings and testing and whatever it is that they do to make plants, each rosebud to be the same size, each petal to have the same hue. It is within our nature to make everything perfect. Well, today our topic is going to center around that God creates everything for a purpose. Everything is wonderfully made in His image, and that includes us as well. But before we get to today's devotional, let me remind you that my devotions for 2025 come from this little blue book that's put out by Broad Street Publishers. Now, you will find a link for it down in the description box, titled 365 Days of Prayers and Devotions for those of us that suffer with depression and anxiety. But remember, not everyone has to live with this. There are some of you that only occasionally experience these experiences by hitting a bump in the road, becoming overly stressed. But whatever your life situation is, this little book has wonderful verses to help you be reminded that you are not alone in any situation. So like I said, if you wish to go and purchase your own copy, there's a link for you down in the description box. Now, our verse comes from Psalms 139:14. I praise you because you made me in an amazing and wonderful way. What you have done is wonderful, and I know this very well. And I know this very well. Do you? Do you know how wonderfully you are made? There is not another one like you. Even if you have a twin. I saw a short clip on my Facebook feed yesterday in which there were two beautiful little twin girls. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed. They were just as cute as they could be. One is sitting on the porch, all pretty and clean in her little pink puffy jacket and her toboggan on and her little gloves because you could tell it was cold outside. You know where the other one was? She was laying in the mud in the corner across the street from them where maybe they'd had a lot of snow or rain and it was just muddy, I mean wet, sloppy mud from where cars had turned the corner, and mixed in the water and the dirt just right. Folks, she was laying out there in that mud making mud angels. And the point that the mother was making was, because she called her, and that's the first picture you see, is this little girl just enjoying herself, splayed out in that mud and just squishing back and forth. Her mother calls her name and she says, "Are you having fun?" "Uh-huh." And she just kept right on going. And then the camera pans back to this other little girl and she says, "Addie, are you having fun?" "Uh-huh." And that's when we are told they are twins. So see, even in twins, they have their own personalities. So even though you may think you see someone that looks exactly like you, they're not. They have something about them. Maybe it's the size of the nose, maybe their ears, maybe the way they smile. But God has made each one of us unique. We each one have something that we bring to this world. We each one have a talent that is uniquely ours. We are wonderfully made in His image for a purpose. That number one purpose is to come to know Him and love Him and accept the sacrifice of His Son, and then to continue on living in a Christ-like manner so that we can glorify God and so that we can have that relationship with Him that we were always meant to have. Each one of us is unique. Each one of us is wonderfully, wonderfully made by our Heavenly Father who loves us. So let me remind you of the verse again. "I praise you because you made me in an amazing and wonderful way. What you have done is wonderful, and I know this very well." I want you to cling to that last part. What you have done is wonderful, and I know this very well. If you take nothing else away from today's devotional, take this. You are wonderfully and uniquely made in the sight of your Father. And I always like to remind you, God does not make trash. Creator God, when I look at the world around me, I see the diversity of beauty displayed before my eyes. You could have created one type of tree or one species of flower. Everyone could be living in the same climate with the same ecosystem. However, this is not the kind of world that you have fashioned. In the same beautifully varied way that you created everything in nature, so you also created me uniquely. Who am I to be accidental? You created me with a purpose and with the personality and skills exclusive only to me. I am beautifully and wonderfully made. Where I have unfavorably compared myself to others, help me today to see myself in all of my wonder. Reveal the greatness that you have put within me, and thank you that you delight in me. My Creator, give me eyes to see myself the way that you do. Remind me that I am fearfully and wonderfully made in your image. I ask that your words of life would pour over me today, and that my heart would be open to receive your undiluted love. Tear down every wall that keeps me from this revelation, so that I may love myself as you do. If we take a moment to see ourselves exactly as God sees us, uniquely and wonderfully made for His purpose, folks, that is all the validation that we need as to who we are and what we should be doing. Remember, what you have done is wonderful, and I know this very well. Take that with you today. What you, God, have done in me is wonderful, and I take that with me today. Thank you so much for being here. Please be sure to remember to hit that thumb and give me a comment. What is unique about you that you know no one else has? I would love to know. Let me tell you what my uniqueness is. I love to teach. That is my wonderful, wonderful gift that God has given to me, and I accept it wholeheartedly. Yes, there's lots of other teachers out there, folks, but I know that I am unique in the purpose that I was called to do and how to do it. So let me know, what is your uniqueness? If this was your first time here, thank you so much for making it this far. Please be reminded to hit that subscribe button and then look for the bell with those cute little hugs on the side, because it'll let you know every time I upload some content. Be reminded that when the shadows of darkness wish to come in and rob you of your joy, to tell you that you are not worthy, be reminded you are wonderfully and uniquely made, and that God is always there with you. Just call out to Him. He'll be there in less than a nanosecond. And remember, I love you too. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.